In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome into Warden Arena, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wyatt Wells. Joined alongside me is going to be Logan Windsor. Cole Johnson will be on the sidelines. We have a great matchup for you today. It's your Rollins College Tars versus the Tampa Bay Spartans. Now, Logan, Rollins in their last loss to Embry-Riddle was absolutely blitzed by the three-pointer. What do they got to do to clean that up today?
Well, they faced a really good three-point shooting team at Embry-Riddle. The weakness of the 2-3 zone is the three-point shot, so they got to force Tampa to get into the paint this game.
Now, Kyle Marion, the freshman, has been doing a great job in replace for Dayton Gum, who is injured. Gum is trying to get back into the lineup. What do you think Coach needs to do with the hot freshman or the rivaled veteran?
Well, these two young guards have been playing very, very well. I'll be interested to see how they play together on the court. Look for them to both play at the same time and see if they can build some chemistry this game.
And then finally, you have the number 2 scoring defense in Rollins versus the number 2 scorer in the SSC with Pat Bacon. What do you got to do to stop Bacon?
Well, so far for Tampa this year, everything has been better with Bacon. 3 straight games with over 25 points for Pat Bacon so far. Rollins needs to contain him this game.
Absolutely. Bacon has been absolutely sizzling in these past couple games, scoring 20 almost a night. This defense is going to have to lock in on him and make sure that he can't get open.
I absolutely agree, Wyatt. It is going to be an exciting conference games this game.
Look forward to the tip-off coming up in a short bit. Again, my name's Wyatt Wells. Logan Windsor.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveling regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
And welcome back to Warden Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Your Rollins College Tars versus the Tampa Spartans. We're going to go ahead and get some lineups here real quick for the Rollins Tars. Actually, we're going to go with Tampa now. Number 2, Derrick Felder. Number 25, Pat Bacon. Number 0, Martin Lakovich. Number 12, Kadeem Guy. And number 22, Brent Duncan. And now for the lineups for your Rollins Tars. Number 2, Connor Mckim. Number 3, Kyle Marion. Number 21, Jacoby Bonner. Number 12, Cluxton Brooks. Brooks Cluxton, I mean. And number 20, Trevor Riccio. Logan, how you doing today?
Wyatt, I am excited for some Rollins Tars basketball today. Big conference matchup for the Tars. I'm interested to see how this one goes.
That's right. Rollins, their last game coming off Embry-Riddle, a 98-81 loss. The Eagles, of course, the number 1-3 offense in the nation, was hot, and they stayed hot. They hit 62% from the field and drained 19 three-pointers, including 13 from that first half. Embry-Riddle was 19 of 36 from the deep ball, 62% from the field overall, and the Tars were out-rebounded 34-26. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing the same offensive firepower here out of this Tampa team that we did with Embry-Riddle, but what do you think this Rollins defense, who is ranked second in the conference in scoring D, has to do to slow this offense down?
Well, they got into a three-point shootout last time against Embry-Riddle, which is the weakness of this Rollins Tars defense. The 2-3 zone is perfect for paint defense, which is exactly what this Tampa team does. Pat Bacon leads the conference in paint points so far this year. We got to make sure that Rollins contains these guards for Tampa.
Our last game that Rollins played in Tampa was December 7th. They won that by 58-47. Tampa leads the all-time series with Rollins 72-48.
Cluxton and are both at 13 points that game. Look for them to continue off that good game they had.
And here we go. Rollins will win the tip-off and get possession first.
Wyatt, I'm going to be interested in this game to see Cluxton's use in the high post on the top of the paint to facilitate this game.
Right now, this offense just trying to move around. Bonner finds some space and buries his first.
Beautiful pick there by Cluxton, rolling, dragging a defender into the paint for the wide-open bucket for Bonner.
Bonner nearing his time here. He's getting close. He's 37th on the Tars all-time scoring chart. Last game, he led the team with 22 points and 7 rebounds. He only needs 9 points now after that bucket to move to 36th all-time.
Well, Jacoby Bonner's been here for a long, long time. He's been a dedicated member of this Rollins organization. It's going to be happy to see his final year as he's succeeding so well this year, almost averaging 18 points this year, a career high for him.
Rollins will inbound it now. Connor Mckim, the senior out of Kentucky, tries to drive down but is denied. We'll have to pop it back up. And bad pass there as they just threw that one into traffic. Kyle Marion, the freshman that we spoke so highly about, coming in to replace Dayton Gum. He will get the start today.
Well, Kyle Marion, he's been playing great the last couple games. But you got to remember, he's still a freshman, and he's got to work off those buffs. That was a tough pass there by Marion, kind of just with the shot clock running low, throwing up something, hoping a bucket would come out of it.
Felder, it'll be no good on that three-point attempt. Derrick Felder Another one of the mainstays and names for this Tampa offense. Look for Felder and Bacon to have a good performance tonight. Marion's going to pass it over to Bonner now. Bonner's going to try his luck drive inside. Marion wants to take the three, though. And it'll just hit the rim and bounce into the hands of Tampa.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Gum come in early for Marion so far. Gum is healthy now. So I'd be interested to see if they have a short leash with Marion this game.
I think the biggest difference would probably just be, you know, game reps and just rustiness from Gum being out. Three ball, good.
And that's what Tampa's going to have to do this game, is to get these wing threes. They struggled throughout the year, but the only way to beat Rollins' defense is those threes.
And that three-pointer was good by Martin Lakovic, number 000.
Cluxton once again in the high post.
Bonner now trying to go inside, finds a little bit of space off that double move, and gets another bucket.
That connection between the two of them is going to be huge this game. They have exposed them twice so far in the first 3 minutes.
4-3 is your score here in Warden Arena. First few minutes have gone by as we get another three-pointer here for Tampa.
Bacon hitting the three. He's only made, even though he's scored 25 points in the last 3 games, he's only made 2 3-pointers. So he will have to get hot in order to get to this Rollins defense.
Tampa right now 2 for 3 on three-pointers. I know it's only 2, but you want to make sure that they don't get comfortable from that back.
It won't matter. Jacoby Bonner.
I think he wants to break this record pretty quickly. He needs only 5 now as he has all the points for Rollins.
Well, when you're a senior, those kind of records, they stay in your mind. You know that they exist.
Tampa was way deep inbounds. And they'll try to look to back that out. Got it to Lakovic. Lakovic tried to look for an open three, but Felder decided to try inside, and they'll get the foul.
I don't know about that. He kind of threw an elbow into Cluxton there. Looked a little hurt after that.
6-6 your score here as we go to the free throw line.
Obviously, this is my first game watching of Tampa, and the first thing I've noticed, Bacon isn't just a high-octane scorer. He is the facilitator of the offense. The first 20 seconds of the shot clock, they are running through Bacon.
Well, you don't become the second leading scorer in the conference without facilitating and leading this offense.
Well, he's not just scoring. He's got assists. He's been getting 8 assists almost every game. It's been incredible to watch him so far these first few minutes.
And that other one is good there. The number 22, Brent Duncan. Mckim is going to give it up to Bonner. Mckim back at it. He's going to try to drive. Double team here by Tampa. And the bucket good, but the foul was called before.
Didn't get the continuation there. Took a couple steps after the foul. You will always get a on-the-floor foul during that, unless you're LeBron James.
And they'll just inbound this one. Marion trying to look for a shot. Mckim. And Cluxton trying to drive inside. Good move. Just had a little too much on it, and it looks like Riccio went down as he was trying to rebound.
I'm going to be interested on what Rollins does to defend Guy, especially getting rebounds. Guy is the first 7-footer that we've seen. He is big, and Rollins doesn't have anyone near the height of a 7-footer. I'm going to be wondering if they're going to try boxing out him while having Riccio get each board.
Yeah, Cluxton and Riccio is going to have to try to limit that size. They're 6'7" and 6'8" respectively.
And that's not even including Lakovic, who is second in rebounds in the conference.
Mckim with the three.
Well,
and Rollins takes the lead once more.
Well, remember how we said this can't be a three-point shootout?
It's starting to become a three-point shootout.
It's starting to become a three-point shootout. But, I mean, if Rollins can keep going, I mean, they got the lead right now.
Mckim, good job putting his paw up in the passing lane. And we're seeing that matchup right now.
Well, what Tampa's trying to do is that they're trying to throw the ball cross-court to expose this zone, and they're making threes right now doing it.
And we'll get a timeout here as both teams will go to their bench, try to talk things over. 9-8 here in the first 5 minutes of this half. What have you seen so far?
I've seen a lot that we didn't expect. Bonner getting into the paint, Cluxton trying to facilitate the offense in some way and is actually doing well so far, but they can't stop the open three-pointers. These aren't just contested three-pointers they're making. They are wide open. It seems like Tampa, even though they haven't won a road game this year, did their scouting.
And the thing is, you also got to adjust for the size. You want to kind of have bodies deep in there to adjust for that 7-footer, but then you can't leave guys out behind the key.
Well, then I'm interested to see how early Chu gets in the game. Now, Chu has struggled in the year so far shooting, but his actually rebounding and defensive numbers have been very, very good. I'm going to be interested to see if he comes in for Riccio early this game to stop the size for Tampa.
Rollins only allowing 73.2 points per game. On the other side, Tampa Spartans are averaging about 76.5. We'll see if this defense can slow down the Tampa offense.
The interesting about this Rollins offense that we haven't seen in previous years is the efficiency they're shooting from three. They're shooting 37% from three this year, which is a best under Coach Klusman.
Rollins not really known for their three-point shooting. They kind of like to get down into the paint, but they can adjust when they need to. Hutton Yanor. As he got a point up, and
that is the definition.
Yanor.
That's the definition of a spark plug there. Coming off the bench, first possession, getting a clutch three-pointer.
And he starts it off on fire as he hit that three, and we have a turnover for Tampa.
I mentioned how Kyle Marion may have a short leash. He is already out. Dayton Gum has already replaced him early into this game. I'm going to be interested to see who is going to be on the court during crunch time in the second half.
I think you got to just see how both players are playing at the moment and judge that from there. Yanor trying to move inside Marion. Mckim, and Mckim having a great night so far.
That's the third mid-range bucket Rollins has so far off the pick. Tampa is not switching high. They're switching low, preventing them from getting to the bucket. So Rollins is going to have an open mid-ranger every single time off that pick and roll.
Mckim versus Felder. Felder with the pass a little too high there. He was trying to get to number 22, Brent Duncan. And Felder normally hits those. He's one of the team's best assist leaders, 67 assists so far. Pat Bacon is only one behind him with 66. So again, Felder and Bacon are those two who are really contributing to this team. Mckim now. Throw it in. Gum. Three. Easy.
And that's off the bench once again. That's 2 3-pointers from bench players so far.
And he kind of used Hutton as a screen, but not really a screen. You see him as they're throwing. He's going to look to try to go over. He's moving to the left. Well, after he hits it.
Well, it's interesting what they're doing so far. They're not switching off these picks. They're staying man-to-man throughout the entire game. So all Rollins is doing is hitting defenders and creating wide-open jump shots so far.
Rollins coming out with a 17-8 lead.
Bacon has only taken one shot.
And this game has been, the pace has been slowed down.
Which is how Rollins wants to do it. If they want to win this game, they got to get it to their pace, which is slow, methodical basketball.
Brent Duncan will initiate. And Derrick Felder will take it up. Gum trying to lock him in. Oh, and stolen. Gum. Yanor. And no good on that one, but Bonner gets it and gets a second chance.
Great rebound there by Bonner. That's just sheer size. That's just high. I'm bigger than you. I'm getting this board.
Gum almost had extra space there for another three-point attempt. Instead, Rollins is trying to move the ball around.
Well, when you come back off injury, you don't want to force things.
Nice pick and roll there by Cluxton. And Yanor airballs that one as Cluxton was boxed out.
Yanor is getting trigger happy so far. He made the first shot, but he's got to slow down now.
Felder got to Brent Duncan. Felder and Duncan are really liking their connection right now. But it will result in 0 points.
I mean, they got chemistry. I mean, they know how to pass that ball really, really well, but it's not resulting in points currently.
Derrick Felder will take it inbounds.
While Rollins is playing a zone, they seem to almost have 2 men on Bacon every single time.
Wouldn't you?
I wouldn't be against it.
Interesting shot there. Felder kind of almost near, not a really good angle there. Didn't have much to look at. That one's going to bounce up, but he'll go to the free throw line where he is shooting 61.4%, 27 to 44.
Hasn't this game seemed just so Rollins heavy initially? And that's because Tampa, we're 7 minutes into the game. They have 3 field goal attempts. They have 3. They have turned the ball over 5 times so far this game. 3 field goal attempts compared to the 12 for Rollins, including 3 offensive boards. Absolute dominance from the Rollins Tars to start this game.
And that hot start is what Rollins is going to need. Keep this only a 7-point game. Yenor kind of acting as
it doesn't feel like it.
A walking wall.
Yenor's going to have some bruises after this game, that's for sure.
Recio now. Bonner, he's going to take that one. No good there on the 3.
But that's what they continue to do. They continue to take those catch-and-shoot shots off the picks, and they're all open.
Felder, 3, good. And that's his second basket of the night.
All attempts for Tampa so far have been from 3. They're trying their best to expose this Rollins 2-3 zone, and when they end up getting shots off, it's working. 3 for 4 so far for Tampa.
Bonner now going to drive inside. He's going to kick it out, though, to Yenor. Great defense by Tampa to stop it. Yenor up, good.
What a pull. What an absolute pull from the post.
Yenor, his 5th points of the game.
Bacon's got a little loose right now. He's got a loose shoe.
Gio Diaz brought it over, but of course they're going to give it right back to Bacon. Back to Diaz, though he thought about shooting it, and it's a travel.
Well, everything has not been about Bacon so far. He has only shot once this entire game. Rollins is doing a good job at making the other players for the Tampa Spartans beat them.
And just mistakes by this Tampa team, just little small things that are affecting the rhythm and the pace.
This seems like a team that hasn't won a road game so far. Very undisciplined so far to start this game.
Well, they are 0-8, but Rollins is only 3-6 here at home, so both teams wanting to try to improve on those records. The Rollins women's team had a hard-fought game against their Tampa women's team, ultimately lost.
Well, but
Harrison had a nice deep 3, though, with like 0.3 seconds left to go. Too little, too late, but it was nice to see the range.
Well, she's been struggling from 3 as of late. To be honest, even after a loss, getting a shot like that at the end of a game almost builds confidence for the future.
It can be mixed, you know, it can be confidence. It could also be like, where was that for the rest of the game? But it's good to hit those shots and just end on a high note.
Well, seeing her smile and do a little shimmy after the game, you know, even though they lost, that Tampa team is good. They are undefeated in the conference, that women's team.
Right now, your team highs for your Rollins Tars. Jacoby Bonner has 6 points. Cluxton's got 1 rebound. And Mckim with 2 assists. On the other side for Tampa, Duncan has got 5 points. Guy, 1 rebound. And Felder, 3 assists.
Hasn't been a rebound-heavy game so far. Percentages have been really good so far. Rollins shooting 57%, Tampa shooting 75%.
Will Erickson comes into the game, and that ball will remain Rollins.
I think Tampa was trying to get to me. They're not liking what I'm saying.
Kyle Marion checks back into the game as well. Dayton Gum on the floor. Trevor Recio and Hutton Yenor.
That is what we mentioned. Kyle Marion and Dayton Gum both on the floor at the same time. Interested to see their chemistry together.
Yenor is going to take this 3, and he's going to make this 3.
Once again off the pick. What an excellent shot there by Yenor. He is trigger happy so far with 2 threes so far.
A 38.5 season 3-point shooter coming in, but he's making them today.
I mean,
good defense, almost broke up that pass. They're going to kind of drive inside, kick it out. Too high, but Rollins touched it first.
Even though Unor comes off the bench, he is the second leading scorer for this team, shooting 44% from the field, 38 from 3, like you said.
Coming into this game, he was the second closest guy, 237 on the year in points. Only Jacoby Bonner has more, a whopping 328.
I can tell why you like him, Wyatt. He's a fellow lacrosse player. Played middle in high school.
Midi. Man, I taught you that earlier.
Midi.
We got to get you ready for your next lacrosse game coming up soon. And Bacon, he'll go to the free throw line.
Interesting note about Bacon here. He's actually in his 5th year. He redshirted last year due to an injury. That just shows dedication to a program. Your senior year, redshirting. That is absolutely incredible. He wants to play basketball with these guys.
An 83.7 free throw percent shooter. He does not miss often. And that's one thing. You don't want him to start shooting free throws towards the end of the game. He's going to make those.
Well, then the key's not going to get in foul trouble. You got to play discipline against these guys.
Rollins will try to play disciplined. 10 minutes here in the first. And we'll wait to see who this ball is going to go off of. Tampa player got down. Looks like gum might have gotten him in the eye.
Martin Lukovic just got hit in the eye pretty damn hard. Second leading rebounder in the entire conference. They're going to need him throughout this game.
And it just looks like a little bit of a stinger as he gets up.
Do you think it was acting?
No. I mean, those things, when you're driving in, I mean, fingers end up in places.
Trying to wipe off the blood on that red jersey.
Yeah, that's why I normally shoot from beyond the arc as three-pointers, because my body type does not support trying to drive inside.
I like to consider myself big, but no. I don't have the strength to go into the paint like these guys do. That's why I'm in the broadcast booth.
As they continue to try to clean up this court, great job here by our officiating crew.
Round of applause for them. Round of applause. Doing the extra work.
Gum will inbound it. Illegal screen, though, as Norris.
A makeup call. Makeup call. Basketball balances itself out.
So it looks like they're going to have Marion on Pat Bacon, the freshman against the second leading scorer in the conference, Martin Lukovic. He might have been hit in the eye earlier possibly, but he's still scoring. You can see the net.
Well, I mean, they got 3 players right now that can score for them. Duncan, Lukovic, and Bacon. They're going to have to get their 3 best defenders on them.
Yanor, nice pass. One more look. And Gum.
That was going so well. They were doing such a good job.
Good job there. He sees Marion. Marion wide open. No good.
Just a little bit too far beyond the arc there. Just didn't have enough strength on that three-pointer.
Bacon now, he's going to take the 3. Almost took the 3. Faked me out. Takes the 2. He's not taking the 2. What is going on?
Just excellent basketball. That was drew up like that.
Lukovic almost shot that one. And Felder instead decides to take the basket.
You want to take advantage of the 2-3 zone? Get in the mid-range. What they're doing is that they're going past the perimeter defenders and getting in between the perimeter and the paint, which is a wide-open bucket every single time.
It looks like there will be a foul on Tampa. That was number 22, Brent Duncan.
This has been physical. This has been a physical, rough game so far.
My mistake, personal foul was on number 2, Felder. I thought he said 2-2, so I was like, okay.
Oh, Wyatt, you disappoint me. You're supposed to be on top of these things.
Bonner. They're just kind of setting up an inbounds play here. It looks like they're going to go with a screen to Mckim. Fake it out to Bonner, though, but ultimately gives it to Mckim.
What a beautiful play. Really opened up Mckim on the inbound.
Driving inside is Cluxton with the basket.
Cluxton with the strength in the paint. Absolutely bully balled him there.
And
Brent Duncan just getting annihilated in the paint here.
That's Cluxton's first points of the game. Bacon still with only 5 points.
Only one shot? He's only attempted one shot this entire game. And he has no assists. Rollins is doing a great job of getting the ball out of his hands.
He's taken 2. He took a field goal, and then he also did a 3-pointer. Bacon trying, no good there. But Lakovic says, I got you, man.
The two of them have been a dynamic duo. Even though they've struggled this year as a team, the two of them have been playing incredibly, incredibly well. Cluxton in the high post once again.
Yenor, good. Some fancy ball skills right there to get the bucket. 2 points for Yenor.
Yenor just has Tampa's number. He had the game high last time they faced. He may have the game high again at this pace.
Yenor right now leading with 10 points. Great close out there by Mckim to try. Ooh, spin move right there, and we're going to get a 3-pointer. That's good. Jacob Harris.
That's a flashy pass right there. Excellent pass here by Bacon, faking the drive and kicking out to the wide open player on the wing.
Yeah, it was a nice spin move right there. Up and over. No good there by Yenor.
He definitely has flashy pass Hall of Fame.
Felder. Pass is contested. He's going to take a deep one. And that was Guillo Diaz.
What an incredible shot. Contested, 25 feet away. Beautiful shot there by Diaz. As Tampa right now is 5 for 6 from the three-point line.
And Diaz will get Cluxton. Diaz unable to come up with the defense there for number 12. That's a height advantage.
Big man connection there. Riccio and Cluxton, the two of them have been playing excellent so far this game.
Bacon driving inside is going to look for it. And almost Russ-esque.
This is interesting.
Gets the easy 2.
Every time Bacon goes to the paint, he seems to avoid contact every single time. It is incredible.
Mckim, no good. And you see the speed. He turns on the jets as he's about to go inside.
His acceleration is absolutely incredible. Rollins in transition cannot keep up with him.
He might take this shot right here. It's looking like he wants to find a little bit of space. Instead, he'll get a kick ball.
Sometimes when you're looking for a look and you can't find it, you just throw it off a player just to change possession.
And we'll get a timeout here. 6:14 remaining in the first half. Your score, 29-28, Tampa. Tampa shooting 82% from the field goal. Shooting 82% field goals. 83% from the three-point line, 5 of 6. But those turnovers, 6, hasn't seemed to matter too much.
This is interesting, but Tampa does have the lead, which came out of nowhere. They just turned on the Jets, and they controlled the ball. The problem to start off the game is that they kept turning the ball over too much. They haven't had a turnover in 5 minutes, and they're just efficient scoring right now. They are burning this Rollins zone defense so far. If I'm being honest, I haven't seen this efficient of a shooting game in my entire life.
Oh, and Tampa's also been able to get to the line 6 times. Rollins has yet to take a free throw attempt. So those 6 extra points there are good for you, 100% on there. Lakovic is leading the team right now with 7. Duncan has 3 rebounds. And Felder, the assist master, also has 4 assists.
I mean, Rollins, they kind of seemed like they were sleepwalking after they took that 10-point lead. They thought, all right, this is a team that hasn't won a road game. We can kind of take it easy now, you know. But no.
You know, making mistakes, kind of showing like a team with a record of 6-14, just kind of playing sloppy. But they've turned it on, and these past couple of minutes have been playing very well, been able to take that 1-point lead.
4 for 4 is their last 4 field goal attempts. They have not missed in 3 minutes.
Watch Diaz. Yep. They're going to try to look for him to get a 3-pointer. Back to Diaz.
And there it is, undisciplined. Shot clock was running down. They kind of were just chucking, hoping to find something, and that's another turnover. There's 7.
You don't want to see that skip pass too often. That's what coaches try to preach to their players not to do.
What they're trying to do is, because it's a zone, they're trying to throw the ball across court, and just sometimes you can't be that accurate with it.
Cluxton going to pass it to Mckim. Screen, could have been a moving screen there, but he's going to get away with it. Bonner now. Bonner's been quiet as of recently. Nice move. Not as nice of a shot, though, as that's just going to go in and out.
Bonner is one of the better ISO guys in the conference. When the shot clock's running out, you want the ball in his hands. Had a good look there, just not every shot's going to go in.
Tampa right now 4 for 4 on their last attempts. Make that 5 for 5 as Diaz.
7 for 8. 7 for 8 from 3. This is ridiculous, absurd of shooting efficiency for Tampa so far.
They're seeing what happened to Tampa against Embry-Riddle. They're taking those attempts. They'll eventually fall. Bonner. And good. He gets on the board in what seems like forever.
Cluxton and Bonner have been just the perfect version of chemistry of this game. They went to high school together, and it shows. They are absolutely playing amazing right now off that pick and roll. Oh, God, I can't believe it. They missed Wyatt. Wyatt, they missed.
Mckim driving in. Nice pass. Cluxton. You can't draw it up better than that.
Cluxton is just the best at getting to the paint in transition. Just avoiding contact here and getting the easy layup.
Man, that almost went through his legs.
Almost Giannis-esque.
Diaz. He's going to pass it up to the corner. Going to give it right back. Look to take a 3. Not that good of a pass. And Bacon, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Driving in. Up 1. And he's going to get the foul.
See, that's just a good move there. Faking like he's going to do the fadeaway outside so that Mckim jumps, and then pulling back and getting the easy foul there.
It's a lot of fun to watch him just kind of dribble and do these moves, trying to find space here. And smart play, you know, as you're going up, you know the shot clock is about to go off. You'll get a violation. Just, you know, throw it up there, but draw the contact.
You know what that is? That's a senior move. That's a player that has been playing basketball for a long time and knows the ins and outs of this game. Something that the freshmen for Rollins have seemed to lack so far, but you know, that's just experience there.
And with that, we'll go to commercial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Warden Arena. My name is Wyatt Wells here on the call. Joined alongside me is Logan Windsor with the color. Your score is all tied up at 32 with 3:47 left until halftime. Tampa versus Rollins.
It's been a high-scoring game so far. 4 minutes left. Both teams already have 32 points.
Pat Bacon, as we talked about earlier, an 83.7 3-throw percent shooter. Doesn't miss them often. He'll get 3 chances here.
Well, Pat Bacon has been great.
2 chances, I'm sorry.
Pat Bacon has been great his entire collegiate career. He started off his freshman year winning the award for Freshman of the Year in the SSC and has not stopped from there.
And Bacon making those 2. And looks like we'll get Chu into the game, number 4.
Well, they've been out-rebounded so far, so Chu's coming in here to see if he can turn the tide.
Marion, nice look, just not enough on that one. He's going to look to try to get this to Diaz.
Marion seems to have been forcing so far. He kind of needs to settle down as this game winds down.
Bacon now surveying the court, trying to find a nice look. He's going to drive inside. Up. Not enough. But there's a reason why he goes to the free throw line so often.
Well, I mean, he knew because of this zone, there's nobody playing in the paint. They're kind of outside the paint. So every time you drive, they're going to be running with you. So it's very easy to create contact like that, especially when you avoid contact just as well as Bacon does.
Tampa in the bonus. And Bacon will make his first again.
You want to know the difference of the game? It's not even three-point shooting. After this attempt, Tampa will have 10 free throw attempts. Rollins,
none.
Not a single one. That is an absolute tide turner there. Because Rollins have been shooting efficient. I mean, usually they shoot 46% from the field. This game they're shooting 56, which is really good in basketball.
And Bacon, you know, doing what he does, that is where he does some of his damage, is just going to the free throw line, just being so good at the fundamentals. Cluxton is going to give it to Marion. Marion jumper, and it's good. Good job there by the freshman.
Have you noticed every single bucket they've had has come off a Cluxton screen? He is getting bodies out here and is creating offense, even if he isn't getting any points for it.
And missed three by number 3, Jacob Harris. And turnover by Rollins. Fast break opportunity. Who else but Bacon? Double teamed. And they'll kick it back out. Bacon's wanting it. We'll see if Diaz is trying to fake him out or he sees him. Bacon really wants this ball.
Give me the ball.
Diaz up. No good. And the rebound will go to Rollins.
Good
Mckim.
hustle rebound there by Erickson.
Rollins right now, 7 rebounds. Mckim goes through. Nice pass out to Marion. We're going to reset it back up top. Coach trying to get a play in here. Bonner is going to take the lead on this one. Bonner looking at that screen. Jumper. No good. Good defense there by Tampa. Getting a hand up there.
This is really interesting. Rollins isn't even going for the offensive boards right now. It seems they are content taking one shot down the court every single time. Maybe they're trying to stop that transition defense.
That or they're just worried about Kadeem Guy blocking the shots.
I'd be afraid of a 7-footer in D2 college too.
Bacon keeps his feet in bounds, splits the defense, goes up, and gets another. Bacon.
He is sizzling right now. You don't know how hard this is. Going through the trap in the corner and getting the bucket, going through 3 defenders, that is an absolutely incredible move there.
Oh, a nice spin move there. Mckim with the shot. Mckim with the make. That was an assist there by Kyle Marion, and an even beautiful deep ball by Connor Mckim.
If your teammate ever gets a move like that, you feel like you got to make that bucket to make the highlight reel. Excellent shot there.
So trying to get some substitutions going in here for Tampa. Tampa doesn't really have a lot of depth too much. They have some of the 3 of their players are in the top 10 in the conference in amount of minutes per played. Who's sitting at the top? Who else but Mr. Bacon?
Well, Bacon hasn't sat out this entire game. You played 19 minutes this game, and you just saw that out of the double team into the paint. I don't know how he has the energy to constantly do the things he does. It's almost Westbrook-esque.
Less than a minute to go until halftime, 41.2 to be exact. It looks like it's going to remain Tampa ball. Hit the shoe of Riccio. And no good there. It'll be Rollins' ball. 40 seconds left to try to cut this to a lead. Only down by 1.
The only reason Tampa isn't up more than 1, 8 turnovers so far.
And with that, we'll go to commercial break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Warden Arena here less than a minute before halftime, 38-37. Tampa leading the charge here, and Rollins going to try to take a lead into halftime.
Just efficient shooting from both teams, and Tampa has just been out of this world efficient. You don't see any NBA team or even college team shoot above 60% usually. Tampa shooting 69%.
Bonner loses the ball briefly, but Mckim is able to pick it up. 20 seconds on the shot. 9. Mckim, and it's good! Mckim with the three-pointer, and now the bucket to hopefully take the lead into halftime. They got to stop Bacon first, though. 7 seconds. 5, 4, Bacon. Is he going to do it? Bacon. No good, great defense, and they ate up that Bacon.
They ate him up for sure. They finally got a stop off him, collapsing the zone on him. Maybe it was just because the shot clock was running out, but that was good defense there by Rollins.
Before we go into halftime and talk a little bit about what we just saw, Logan, do want to congratulate Connor Mckim. Coming into this game, he was 27th on the all-time scoring list and needed just 5 points to reach 26. He has 8 now. We didn't get to do it, but he has now come in to 26th all-time and passes Brad Ash all the way back from 98.
Just good. Connor Mckim, another dedicated Rollins player. Him and Jacoby Bonner, both breaking records. Good for Connor.
Yeah, Jacoby is actually yet to break it. He needs 3 more points in order to take the jump into the 36th.
I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds for sure.
Anyways, before we go to halftime, Logan, what did you see adjustments made there by the Rollins defense on what the three-pointers were happening in Pat Bacon?
Well, I don't know if it was adjustment by Rollins more than adjustment by Tampa. Tampa, I mean, they still shot efficiently 6 for 9 from the three-point line. You never want that. But they decided to attack the paint more against Rollins. I mean, you had Diaz taking some mid-range buckets there. Lukovic getting into the paint because nobody can stop them. Riccio and Cluxton, while they're great rebounders, they're not the best in post defense. So Lukovic was just taking advantage of that. And what else can we say besides Bacon? Bacon is playing an absolutely amazing game. And the thing that really interests me, for being a 6-footer, he gets to the paint really, really well.
Oh, he's just got speed, and then it's like he's almost got like a gyro on him. He's just like moving. He can spin, bend his body in multiple directions, but it seems like he still has the hand control with that ball.
Well, it's interesting. Yes, he's drawing fouls, which is in force creating contact. But when he goes to the paint, he's avoiding contact so well. It seems like every time he goes for a layup, it's open, even if there's players on him.
Rollins making 5 of their last 7 to come into halftime. Hutton Unor and Connor Mckim both lead the team in 10 points. And, of course, Pat Bacon leads Tampa with 13. We'll be back after halftime. I'm Wyatt Wells, Logan Windsor, 39-38. So far, your Rollins Tars lead. Be back after this.
One from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And welcome back to Warden Arena. My name is Wyatt Wells. Joined alongside me is Logan Windsor. About 2 minutes left until the start of the second half. 39-38 is your score with Rollins leading. But before we get started in the second half, let's rewind a bit and look at some of the highlights from the first half. Starting off here, beautiful passing here, as that is a three-pointer by Connor Mckim. Rollins would go up by one. Now, nice. Gum. This is another Yenor three. Long three-point attempt. Now, this spin move by Bacon, dirty. But the assist, even cleaner. Top three-point move right there. Tampa, Diaz. He got going from three. Deep ball right over there. And Connor Mckim dribbles up the court. And an uncomfortable layup there by Brooks Cluxton, but great passing by Connor Mckim. Bacon in the corner splits the defense, somehow dribbles out of trouble and gets that layup, showing why he's been putting it on all night. And then Mckim dribbles past, hits the jumper, ends the half, and puts his team up 39-38, while also moving into 26th all-time on scoring for Rollins men's basketball. Logan, as we get ready to start this second half, what do you think Rollins needs to do right now to keep this lead and build on it even further?
Well, they were doing a good job when they were stopping Bacon. I mean, it's just as front as that. When Bacon didn't have a lot of points, they were doing well. But once Bacon started going on the offense and the assists, they just couldn't stop the run that they had. And this has been a neck-and-neck game since midway through the first half.
Bacon, 13 points. Only one coming close to him is 0. Martin Lakovic with 7. But Bacon has been that, well, it's been almost like a three-headed monster in Bacon, Diaz, and then Felder. Felder, you know, initiating, getting those passes to everybody, and then Diaz with that three-point threat, and then Bacon coming in and taking on the outside.
Well, I mean, Tampa's really been only running a six-man rotation anyway, you know. And, I mean, Guy doesn't take a lot of shots. He hasn't taken a shot all game. He's just there to be high. I'm 7 feet tall. You're not scoring in the paint against me. That's just really his own job. Everyone else around him is trying to score.
And we'll start this off. Derrick Felder will take it across the court. Jacoby Bonner is going to initiate, and they're going to immediately team Bacon, as you saw that him in the corner. No matter, however, as Brent Duncan gets the first points of the second half to put Tampa up by 1.
Just look how tall they are. I mean, you have Guy who's 7 feet. You have Duncan who's 6'7". You have Guy Felder who's 6'7". Rollins just can't match up against his height.
Good passing right now by Rollins. Mckim coming off the screen, but immediately double teamed. Try to bring it in the... And good. And that's Brooks Cluxton, the 6'8" forward.
When you don't have size, you get position. Cluxton gets the inside position here. He gets the wide open layup, even if he's a little shorter than Guy.
Oh, Cluxton has the size and the position. So that one definitely had a good chance of going in. Cluxton's going to take his.
Well, I mean, 4 inches. That's a lot in basketball.
76.7% free throw shooter as he makes this one. Felder and Gum matched up.
Showing off his dribble moves. He can dribble it between his legs.
You want to make sure that Gum doesn't get caught. Might stumble a little bit. Bacon looking at the corner, but nice interception there by Hutton Yanor. And a fast break. Up. And no good there by Kyle Marion, as it had the chance to be a great fast break play, but an even better stop there by Tampa.
Yanor with an excellent interception there, just couldn't get the transition bucket that the Rollins Tars absolutely needed there.
And it was a beautiful pass to set it up, too. Just a shame it wasn't able to get in.
It was a highlight play without the finish.
The two-man team of Felder and Bacon.
They have been dribbling the ball a lot this game.
Bacon going to look for a second pass. He's going to go cross court, almost intercepted again. Up and good. Felder.
That's how you expose a zone. Cross court passes there, wide open mid-range there.
And that's the 9th point for Felder today. Rollins trying to find space. It just doesn't seem like they want to attack inside.
Well, they're trying to pick and roll with Cluxton, but he's defended every single time he goes there, as you can see.
Wow. He wanted to take on the big man there. Cluxton went right after Guy and was able to draw the foul. You almost want to see if Rollins is going to take this approach, kind of like how Duke and UCF played. You know, Taco Fall, he was a big man on the inside, and they got Taco Fall into foul trouble, got him out towards the last couple minutes of the game, and that's what really sealed it for Duke. Maybe they're going to try to do the same thing here and get Guy into some foul trouble, get him off the court.
Well, he's got 2 so far this game, and it's interesting. When you got long arms like that, it's easy to accidentally hit a man, especially when he's so much smaller than you. Cluxton may want to attack Guy a little bit more as this game goes on.
Oh, and the Cluxton, he misses the free throw. Good job there by Mauricio. He wanted to take that, but then realized to settle it down, try to get a better look.
Well, Mauricio's struggling from 3 so far this year, and they are only up 1, so every bucket matters right now. You don't want to force a bad shot.
Bonner.
And as just I say, Bonner just kind of forcing it there. He hasn't shot in a while, trying to get back in rhythm.
And the Rollins defense, lucky Brent Duncan didn't just come in and dunk that, as he was left wide open towards the bottom.
We saw him dunking in warm-ups. He's got the hops.
Felder up, no good. But dunk. I meant to say Bacon, but I think my brain also wanted to see a dunk, so I think I said what I was thinking.
He's flashy, but he's not going to take a shot that's unnecessary. Good layup there.
That would have been such a great opportunity for just a
6-footer.
A nice slam.
A 6-footer in D2 basketball dunking.
Yes.
I would love to see that too, Wyatt.
Mckim's going to drive inside. Passes out to Marion. Good look. Marion with the deep three, and it's going to go in and out.
I've been really impressed by this man-to-man defense for Tampa. They are not allowing Rollins to get in any isolation whatsoever.
Bacon, Felder, back to Bacon. Bacon with the moves.
Dribbled too much there. He was just dribbling a little too much, trying to create something that wasn't there.
Bonner. And that's a cross-court pass if I've seen one, and that is a three-point made by Connor Mckim.
Connor Mckim, I mean, he's struggled this year, only shooting 35% from three, but he's had an excellent game so far. 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
3 for 3 from three. As Tampa now will go to the line.
Lakovic just taking advantage of his height and taking advantage of how strong he is, getting an and one there.
57% free throw shooter. See if he can convert this next one. See him drive inside there and just,
Lakovic has come actually all the way from Serbia. My bad. And do you know what his major is?
What?
International business.
Well, good fit for him.
Good fit for him. Coming to a different country, learning the new system. And you know what? Second leading rebounder in the conference. Seems like he made a good call.
As we continue to, it just seems like that area of the floor has been having some issues. That's the second or third time that they've really taken some time to make sure it's okay.
Maybe something happened in the women's game that we're unaware of, but just keep an eye on that for Tampa. Just some slips maybe will happen there as this game winds down.
Trevor Riccio handing it off to Mckim. Mckim says back up a little bit. Cluxton, and you see Cluxton just mad at himself, but I mean, just a innocent mistake there. Riccio trying to cut inside and just bad timing.
Well, they're trying to run the offense through Cluxton, trying to in the high post there in a position that he's usually not in. So, I mean, things like that will happen.
Felder seems like I only call his name half the time.
Well, that's because he's always dribbling down the court. He's showing his awesome dribble moves.
Felder, once again. Oh, look at Bacon coming over this corner. Instead, they're going to try to do Duncan, but great defense there by Riccio.
Get out of my paint, Riccio says.
Mckim, three, up. And he misses his first three-pointer of the game, but try to steal it in. Coming in, up, Felder, good, and one.
I believe in momentum, and when Mckim misses that three-pointer, that creates so much momentum there for Tampa, just taking it into the paint there and taking the lead.
And 48-46 now as Tampa takes the lead, and we'll get a timeout. We'll be back after this commercial break.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
And we're back to Warren Arena here. 48-46 is your score. 15 minutes into, well, not 15 minutes into the second half. It is 15 minutes at this second half. 5 minutes since halftime. Rollins trying to weather the storm that Tampa's come up in the past couple minutes, as they just had a flurry of points, and it's been a back and forth battle here.
Well, you know what's interesting about this game? We have two coaches who have coached more than 35 years. For Rollins, we have Tom Klusman, and for Tampa, we have Richard Schmidt. Interesting note about them, they're the two most winningest coaches in the conference right now. Tom Klusman has 713 wins. Richard Schmidt, 715. Klusman's going to try and close the gap before the year is over.
And both coaches, you know, great pride in their players. The players love to play for them as well.
40 years coaching in one place. I couldn't imagine the dedication Klusman has for this Rollins Tars.
Absolutely. College. He is a Tar. Riccio!
You don't want to talk about a Tar? Trevor Riccio. Doesn't get on the stat line every single time, but he makes big plays like that every single game.
And Rollins now trying to apply more pressure here as they make their way down the court. Felder is going to pass that over to Bacon.
I felt like you've said Felder and Bacon 1,000 times this game.
Lots. Guy cleared out, tried to get it to Guy, and somehow Bacon gets his own pass. Duncan, no good. Riccio fights for the ball. Riccio on top.
Riccio with the momentum. What a rebound there by Trevor Riccio.
Gum, he wanted to give it to Mckim, probably give it back to Mckim. Going up. No good. I would have liked to see Mckim take that shot right there.
Look who just got the foul. Trevor Riccio playing big man basketball here.
Woo!
Want to call the Jets?
I would say that was, yeah, my voice was just like, can you stop for like a second?
Well, you know what that means? That means we got good basketball playing.
It's some quality basketball. 48-48 tie game. Hopefully this one comes down to the wire.
I mean, this is a game that, this is quality basketball. Both teams are shooting above 50%. Clean basketball so far. Not a lot of fouls. Not a lot of turnovers. This is pitch-perfect basketball right now.
Dayton Gum brings it back down. They're going to try to get it out to Mckim. Rollins just moving around on the outside, not really trying to go inside.
They're just trying to find an opening right now.
You feel it?
Like that?
You know her. You're not.
Clever. Hey, Wyatt, who has the ball right now? Is it Bacon?
It's a sizzling piece of meat. Diaz coming back in and immediately makes his presence known once again as the three-point threat.
Dude, Diaz, just not just these three.
Gum! So close.
So close. Oh
man,
my God.
He almost posterized this Tampa team. And then, you know, threw that with so much authority, he gets stuck right there in between the rim.
You want to know the strength of these basketball players? Just watch it right here. Almost the posterized dunk. Only because of a foul, he didn't get the dunk there.
Great job there by Tampa, though, to stop that. Duncan just had to try to put himself up there and hope that he doesn't get embarrassed. And he hits the first one. Man, I feel like we were just robbed.
Well, Gum, you know, coming off the injury, he does want to get back in the swing of things. This is still his first year with Rollins. 2 years with Austin Perry, trying to show Klusman that he can be the guy in the starting lineup.
Diaz trying to split up now.
Well, let's back to Bacon. There we go.
The fans for Tampa calling Diaz as soon as he touches it to shoot it. He almost did.
He'd probably make it if he shot it.
Duncan trying to give Bacon some room, and Bacon loses the ball. And what a dive there by Rollins. Both teams are giving it their all, but Tampa's going to take this one, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Rollins doesn't get the ball. Can we just acknowledge Trevor Riccio playing the second half like his life is on the line? The effort right here on the steal and then diving for it has been absolutely incredible.
And then another thing here is refs are going to try to look at the field. Not the field, the court, I mean. Just wanting to make sure that everything's all right.
Well, what do you think happened there? Do you think he touched the ball? Do you think he got the ball? We don't know. We got to discuss it right here.
They're going to discuss it, but both teams giving it their all. That's what you want to see. Hustle right there. Dive. I mean, Do you want to dive on a basketball court?
I
No.
don't. Nobody wants to.
My knees and my elbows would not like me for that. But, I mean, when it just goes down to putting your body on the line for your team and to get the win.
Well, that's what Rollins does so well. Tom Klusman recruits players that are willing to give their life on the line for this team. Riccio has been getting bullied this entire game, elbows thrown in his face by these big men. But he just keeps going. He just keeps going. Does Riccio have a lot of points? No. Does he have a lot of rebounds? No. But his impact on the floor is unmeasurable. He is the heart and soul of this Rollins Tars defense.
And we'll be back after a quick commercial break. Rollins down by 1. Hello again. Welcome to Warden Arena. My name's Wyatt Wells. Join alongside us, Logan Windsor here with the color commentary. 51-50 is your score with Tampa leading just by 1. Both teams been going at it in these past couple of minutes, putting it all on the line to try to get a victory here tonight.
I think the officials were discussing how much time will be left on the shot clock here, and it's only going to be 3 seconds.
Oh, my Lord. Are they going to call that? I think they're going to call that. They're going to call that. Bacon is going to get 3 shots, and I think let's look back at this real quick.
Well, the key here is going to be
did he sell it or
no? So okay.
He sticks his foot out a little bit.
Here's the problem. He lands in the landing zone. You can't do that. They changed that rule a couple of years ago. Even if you don't make initial contact, you have to allow the shooter to land in the vicinity of where they shot the ball there. And unfortunately, Mckim got into that zone just a little too much.
And that one hurts, especially because that is the last man you want to put on the free throw line, especially for 3.
He is just a walking bucket.
They are working on this court. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think I've ever seen it. He's telling Gum to come over here and step on his shoes.
Look at this. This is incredible.
What is going on? I've never seen a court be attended to so much. The last time I saw a field get this much attention was back in that Big Ten championship with Ohio State.
That's true. And there is no weather in an arena, so it's not the weather. It might just be someone's shoes, or it may just the court wasn't cleaned well after the women's game. I don't know, but this is hilarious to watch.
At least it hasn't resulted in any serious injuries. That's the only thing we can hope for.
We do have to keep an eye out for that, especially in the right low block. It's where they've been having a problem several times. We're on the Tampa Bay side.
All right, 54-50 here. Tampa got a nice little break there with that 3 points. Connor Mckim will try to teach himself not to get in that landing zone once again. Gum now. Rollins trying to pass it around. Finding something, but Tampa is just getting right up in the grill of each player who gets the ball.
Trying to run pick and roll, but it's unable to when you play good man defense.
And that's going to be a foul on Tampa.
We don't like to say there's intentional fouls in basketball, but that was kind of an intentional foul there. Duncan kind of sold on that pick and roll, leaving Riccio wide open in the paint. Kind of just slapped the arm of Mckim, just saying, all right, let's reset this.
Cluxton's going to come into the game. He's going to replace Trevor Riccio, who's just been doing a phenomenal job.
And look for Cluxton to play in the same role as Riccio. The two of them played that big man job very, very well. Look at this, Cluxton trying to get the ball in the post. Here we go.
Cluxton going to drive inside, 2 teammates on him. Cluxton, high drop and in.
A Kareem-like shot there, just shooting over the 6', 7-footer. Unbelievable shot there by Cluxton.
And Guy hasn't been back into this ball game for a little bit.
Well, we mentioned how they were trying to get him in foul trouble and attack him. Maybe they're saving him for the end of the half here.
That could be true. Want to see still 12 minutes, plenty of time. Oh, fast break opportunity. And that's some of the easiest buckets you'll see, Hutton Yenor.
That's like a playground cherry pick. Yenor was just waiting for Tampa to miss that bucket to get the easy transition there.
Only thing he could probably be upset about is that wasn't a flashy dunk.
Ah, unfortunate. He had the chance.
Felder splits the defense, gets back inside.
You know, Duncan ain't getting a lot of boards, but he's tipping a lot of balls, allowing his guards to get them and resetting each
Diaz's
possession.
foot was on the line. It'll be a Tampa turnover.
They've done a good job with limiting turnovers this half, only 3, but you don't want to get back into that rhythm again.
And we'll get another media timeout. We'll be back after these messages.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And welcome back. Rollins will have possession. They try to break the tie here with 11 minutes left in this ball game.
We were talking earlier about the kind of stuff being on the floor, they're cleaning it up. Gum was cleaning his shoes during the break. Maybe something was on his shoe that wasn't supposed to be on there, creating some slippage on the floor. Who knows? But keep an eye out for that, though.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of dust can just make your shoes a little slippery there. Driving inside there. Want to try to take advantage while Guy's not on the floor. What a move by Yenor.
Almost Bacon-esque there. What an unbelievable move there by Yenor. Splitting the defense, getting to the baseline, and doing an acrobatic layup.
Oh, and what a pass. Fantastic. That had some zip on it. Lakovic able to corral that and get the points.
Bacon ain't just a scorer. He is a facilitator. Excellent pass there.
And when you involve Bacon with anything, good things happen.
That was bad. Why? That was so bad.
You don't have to comment on it. Bonner will take this inbounds. The freshman Marion actually started the last 7 games. This is his 8th straight start.
Only has 2 points so far. Well,
what a move there by the freshman, faking out the pass and then turning right around for the easy layup.
Hasn't had a bucket here since early in the first half here. Finally getting an easy layup there. Good move there by Marion.
Wow, and just an absolute bomb by Felder.
That's his second three-pointer of the game, Felder. And Bacon having a great game.
Hutton Yenor now. Gonna move on down as Rollins continues to pass. Look for lanes. Bonner, oh, he had a chance. Just a split-second opportunity. Pass it out. Goes up. Yenor. Yanes. That one didn't work.
No, it worked. I liked it. I liked it. Hutton Yenor being the difference maker for Rollins so far. 17 points so far. Absolutely incredible performance so far.
Rollins inside. Cluxton. And they're going to get the foul, but I'm not sure about that one. It didn't seem like Cluxton really had anything to do with that. It seemed like he spun right through him. Not sure.
You can't win them all. Cluxton just trying to play good defense there, got a little exposed. Maybe a little overemphasis there on the spin. Maybe that's what did it.
Lakovic will go to the line.
Lakovic, the man from Serbia, shooting 57% from the field so far this year.
And he's right around his average, 10.6 points a game, 7.5 rebounds tonight. He's got about 4.
Well, Tampa's got 3 players in double digits so far, Lukovic, Felder, and Bacon. They have been the difference makers so far, along with Diaz, who's had some limitless range 3s so far.
Rollins team highs, Hutton Yanor with 17 points. He's really been going off. The next leading scorer would be Cluxton with 12. So it just seems like they're really trying to attack that inside. Next up would be Jacoby Bonner with 8.
What's interesting is that we expected Jacoby Bonner to match up with Bacon in scoring-wise. You know, both of them high-octane scoring. But it's been Hutton Yanor off the bench competing with Bacon. It has been an interesting battle to watch.
Yanor, Felder, and Stolen. And they're going to push it up. Bacon, Bonner, this is what you want to see.
Oh, get
Bonner
annihilated!
with the stuff.
Get absolutely annihilated, Bacon. What a block there by Bonner. He has been trying, Bacon has been very successful in avoiding contact there in the paint, usually didn't there.
A nice job there by Marion. Oh, and almost stolen. Yanor got it off the tip. Oh, was unable to take it in.
Yanor has been all over the court this entire game, just like Riccio.
Felder looking up to Bacon. Bacon denied. Yanor once again. And Bacon now is starting to feel the adverse effects of this number 2 scoring defense. Yanor on his way. Bonner in the corner. Bonner for 3. And Bonner gets it! 66-61, but here comes Bacon. And we're going to go to the line here.
Wyatt exerting a lot of energy on that call, but what an excellent play there by Rollins. Getting the 3-point shot there to Bonner wide open, that is momentum right there. First 3 for Bonner this game.
Oh, man, we got 8 minutes left.
You going to be able to do it?
Said, we're just in a dogfight right here. 66-61. My gosh.
Well, you know what the difference has been in the second half and why Rollins has been able to kind of get back in it?
What's been the difference, Logan?
They have been able to stop Bacon in the paint. Yeah, he's at the free throw line right now. Cool. But he hasn't had any of those acrobatic layups so far this half. They've done a very good job at limiting him into the paint.
Out of those 17 free throws before he shoots this one, and more court monitoring over here, they are really getting after this court.
Well, I mean, you know what it probably is? It's probably just them playing physical and playing rough, you know?
Anyways, Bacon, 9 free throws so far for him before he takes these 2 out of 17 total for Tampa. You know how many Rollins has? 5.
You know what the most important part is Bacon isn't just getting to the free throw line. He hasn't missed. He's 10 for 10. He's 10 for 10.
He
Unbelievable.
Doesn't miss often. Coming into this game, I mean, he was 128 of 153. So, like, you can already tell he's been taking free throws at length? I don't know. I ran out of that one. He takes a lot of free throws.
He takes a lot of free throws. That's the main point.
And the freshman Marion's going to kick this one out to Mckim. He's going to give it right back to Yanor. Going to try to find some space inside. Still looking to attack on the out. Some cuts. And we'll see. That's a foul on Diaz there.
Interesting note to keep in for the rest of this game. There's 8 minutes left. 2 players are in foul trouble for Tampa. Number 2, Felder, and number 22, Duncan. Those are 2 starters you cannot be without at the end of this game.
Yeah, Felder, the man who's giving you the points, and Duncan, the man who's not letting Rollins score any points.
I mean, Duncan, yeah, he only has 4 points so far and only 4 rebounds, but he is the best post defender on the court every single time.
66-63 is your score. We'll be back after these messages.
You want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before. and the student is the one who benefits.
(66-63) here is your score at Warden Arena. Your Rollins Tars right now on the court. Hutton Yanor, Mckim, Marion, Gum, and Riccio. And on the other side for Tampa, Lakovic, Felder, Diaz, Duncan, Bacon. Mckim will go to the line now for his free throws. Again, the free throws have been the biggest difference here. While both Rollins and Tampa have been shooting roughly about 80 to 89% of them, Rollins has only had 5 opportunities. Make that 6 after that one, and 7 coming up for Mckim, but only 7 compared to Tampa's 19.
But here's the interesting thing. Rollins is already in the bonus, so every foul for the rest of this game, they're going to get to the free throw line.
And that just hurts there, as you can just see. Such a close game. Each point matters. And just those 17 points on the free throw line, you just hope don't come back to bite them. Rollins needs to play aggressive but not foul. Can't get him to the line. That's going to be hard, though, with Bacon. And Duncan with the dunk.
What an excellent pass there by Bacon. Threading the needle in the paint here, doing a little shimmy bounce pass, and getting the easy dunk there for Duncan.
And that was actually Lakovic, number 0. I just think that Duncan just sounded nice off the tongue. So my brain just went there a little too quickly, but that was actually Martin Lakovic with the nice dunk. Oh, almost a 3-point attempt. It had a chance as it went up. And Trevor Riccio is going to pick up his 3rd foul.
You don't want him in foul trouble. You need him on the court.
He's the size there for them.
Well, they tried putting Chu out there early on in this game, but it just did not work out for them. So they're going to need Riccio and Cluxton, especially late.
Oh, and great job right there by the Rollins defense, trying to get it back to Bacon. Whoa, what was that? Marion, Houdini.
Excellent move there by Marion. Getting into the paint here. Good move by the freshman.
And we're going to have another foul here, as Riccio just goes to the ground. That was a hard foul, but great to pick it up.
He is giving his life to this team right now. He is constantly getting hit every single possession. Good charge there by Riccio.
Well, both teams, this is a conference matchup. 3-9 for the Tampa in conference play, 4-7 for Rollins. They need to start getting in the second half of conference play a lot more wins to have a favorable position in the tournament, or even have a chance to get in the tournament. Riccio comes up and just lays that in there beautifully.
Well, I mean, these two coaches have been playing against each other for 37 years. These two teams know each other very, very well. So every game that they play, you're going to get the best of both of them.
Yeah, Rollins took the first matchup in Tampa. Oh, and they're not going to call that one. Riccio tried to get it again. Did not work.
But Yanor was there to help out. He gets the bucket there, but Yanor trying to get the block on that, just didn't get the board there.
Tampa leads this all-time series between Rollins, 72-48. Rollins looking for their 49th win here. Bonner up. Too much. But we'll get a foul. And that'll be on Lakovic.
Look at Riccio right here. Missed bucket there by Bonner, and Riccio trying to get that offensive board. Draws the foul there on the over the back.
And Lakovic with his 3rd personal foul. And Riccio is going to come to the line.
Once you get in the bonus, now every foul, you're going to be able to get 2 free throws here. Riccio is definitely going to have to make these.
21 of 31, 67.7%. And he misses that one. He tried to go in and get the rebound, but no good. Oh, and they're trying to Bacon was just sitting down there waiting for the ball.
He wanted the ball in the paint there, just Felder didn't see him.
Bacon pass a little high to Corral, gets inside. And we'll get a foul there on number 0, Hutton Yanor.
This game's getting incredibly physical. Fouls coming just radically in the last 2 minutes.
And that's his 2nd personal, too.
both teams sense that this game is close and this game is almost over.
And unsurprisingly, Bacon makes the free throw.
I mean, they've done a good job at limiting Bacon. Bacon only has 4 field goal makes this entire game. However, he has 12 free throws.
That's the problem. That's the bread and butter. That's how he gets you. You kind of look at the scoring, you're like, wait, how does he have so much production but only so little shot attempts? It's because he goes to the free throw line and gets easy points.
And you know what that does? That tires the bigs of his opposing bigs. Like they're tired. They keep getting hit.
It's also just guaranteed points for him. Oh, and we try to get that one up there. Yanor gives that one off to Riccio. He tried to look for the two-hander. Instead, got it off to his buddy.
Yanor tried dunking on a 9-foot rim, it seemed like there, but it was just a good pass there to Cluxton.
Rollins just kind of keeping an arm's length away, 74-69. Oh, and they almost got the steal there, and a rare miss by Bacon.
He had the wide open bucket there, but the most impressive thing is Yanor coming out of nowhere to get that board there. Yanor has 2 boards this game, but it seems like he's always there on the defensive side.
Rollins trying to set the pace, slow and methodical, 4 minutes. Nice move there by Mckim. Goes up and he'll get the foul, and that'll be, let's see, Bacon's got his hands up, so it might be on him. We'll see. Yep, Bacon with the foul.
You know what? This is a good game for Mckim. Either way this goes down, last 4 games he has absolutely struggled. Now, he had a career-high 25 points against Lynn, but in the last 4 games, he hasn't been able to score in the double digits. So far this game, 15 points, 5 for 7 from the field, and he's got 3 3-pointers.
The 3-pointers right there. He's only taken 4, but making those 3 have been absolutely crucial in keeping Rollins in this game and in the lead.
Bacon and Mckim know each other very, very well. 2016, Bacon won the conference freshman of the year. Who won it the next year? Connor Mckim. These 2 guards have known each other for a long time, and this has been a good game between the 2 of them.
Connor Mckim, his senior year. Bonner almost got it back.
They've missed 3 free throws now in the second half here. You have to make these.
Every point counts, especially against this team that can have guys who can score at any moment.
Well, I mean, Rollins is good from the free throw line, shooting 76.
And no good on the 3-pointer by Felder. Felder 2 for 5 tonight from the 3. And it's Rollins' turn to take it on offense a little bit. Bonner got a little bit tripped up there, wasn't able to get set like he wanted to, wants to give it up. Hutton Yanor, who's been having a fantastic game, pull up. Nice look, just a little too much juice on that one as it hits the back iron. Oh, watch out for, I was going to say, watch out for Lakovic, as it almost seemed like he was going up for an alley-oop.
It seems like every single time Rollins misses a bucket, there is a Tampa Spartan in already the opposing territory.
All right, Logan, so you're seeing we got 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. It's still a pretty close game. We're seeing a lot of fouls and going to the free throw line. But what do you think Rollins needs to do? Obviously hitting those free throws, because Tampa's not having any trouble doing that. But what do they got to do to avoid getting those fouls called on them?
Well, I mean, it's going to be tough because all Tampa's doing right now is driving in the paint. When you drive in the paint, you just got to set your feet. You can't be moving, you can't be hacking, because you do not want to allow the Spartans to beat you on free throws. Another thing to keep in mind, remember when this game started that Tampa was just lighting up from 3? Besides Diaz, they really haven't shot much from 3 so far. You cannot allow them to get hot.
Only 8 of 14 from that 3-point line. That is good for 57%, but you're right, not like the Embry-Riddle game where they shot 36.
Unbelievable. But I mean, even to start this game, like the first 5 shot attempts for Tampa were 3-pointers, and they have gone away from that strategy in the second half. You do not want them to get hot here as the second half winds down.
Rollins 30 for 50 on the field goal. 7 of 10 on the free throw line. That's been the eye-popping difference here between these 2 teams.
But I mean, the eye-popping difference for Rollins, I mean, they're shooting pretty damn well from three. They're shooting 8 for 19 from three right now, which is above their season mark usually. Yenor and Mckim both have 3 on the game so far. Maybe one more three-pointer will ice this game for Rollins.
Now 13 turnovers there for Tampa. You would think that would be a pretty big detriment to them, as Rollins got 22 points off those turnovers. But yet they're only down by a couple.
No, but I mean, Rollins has held the ball really well this game. They have 6 turnovers when they averaged 13 on the year. They've just played a clean game, but they can't stop Bacon right now.
Felder will make that first. Felder up to 15 now. And Bonner will grab that one as Felder misses his second.
Tampa 20 for 23 from the free throw line so far, shooting 87%.
Bonner trying to move out of this defense as Lakovic was all over him.
He wanted an ISO play there, but Tampa with great defense.
Bonner, good.
You almost feel...
And a steal! We're going up! Oh, and we take flight as Hutton Yenor makes his presence known right after the dagger 3.
Yenor, that's a 5-point swing right there. Excellent possession there by Rollins.
Oh, and that was crucial, as it's now an 8-point game.
You thought Tampa might be coming back, slowly getting back, but after that, this game might almost be over.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this second half. Rollins in the double bonus. 80-72 is your score. Bonner trying to attack this defense. He puts him on the ground, puts it up. Unable to get it, but gets his own rebound. At least he did it, and LeBron couldn't.
Well, Bonner finished there. Excellent hustle there. He knew that shot was going to be short, so the second he released it, he immediately went
back
for the
up.
rebound.
Yep. Keeps it to him and just sent out. Yenor is like, no, sir.
The energy in the court after that dunk.
Oh, it was almost like a adrenaline shot right through the veins.
It might carry Rollins to a victory here.
No, that might have been the play that sealed it for him. Just an absolute huge momentum play. And then just that swing of 5 points right after the Bonner three-pointer. I mean, just couldn't come at a better time.
Couldn't come at an absolutely better time. That's what happens when you play physical basketball. You get the energy up high.
And a miss here by Tampa. They've only missed three free throws here.
But the last 2 they've missed. They've been so good all game, but when you need them, they've been missing them.
And they miss again. But Tampa, great job there by Felder, able to keep it in. Bacon, up and in. No good. Great defense there by the big men for Rollins.
And that's been the difference in the second half. They have not allowed Bacon to beat them inside. Excellent defense there by Cluxton. Setting his feet and just stopping Bacon in the paint.
Rollins in the absolute perfect position now as time on their side and a 10-point lead. 11 seconds on this shot clock. They're going to try to take it down. Mckim driving inside, looks up, and no good off that one by Mckim. Look at Diaz up in the corner. Bacon saw him briefly, but what a play by Cluxton.
What an excellent play there. He knew that the Rollins had the jump ball there, so he immediately goes for the ball as Felder is running down the court. Just a beautiful move.
And that's the number 2 scoring defense showing up here for Rollins. Just the smarts by Cluxton, just knowing they have that jump ball and to be able to interrupt that pass. Yeah. Tampa just playing full press. Trying to force them into a mistake, but instead get the foul and send Mckim to the free throw line.
You know, we saw the true colors of both these teams late in the stretch. Rollins being big, being explosive, and being one of the best paint teams in the league. And for Tampa, just undisciplined basketball. A lot of mistakes, not making their free throws. Rollins is going to pull out with this one here, I think.
Rollins, as Mckim takes his 5th and 6th free throws. He makes that one and all but seals this one.
As my idol, Wayne Larry, would say, there is your dagger.
As the lead grows with another point by Mckim. And yeah, for Tampa, you're just going to have to take some chuck shots right there. Good attempt there by Bacon to try to keep it in bounds. It looked like he was going to try to get that off Yanor's feet. But again, it's just a bad scenario for them. You just got to take shots early in the possession because you don't have time. You can't get good looks.
Well, they were really hot midway through that first half, hitting all those threes in a row, making it a close game. They just never seemed to get the momentum again this game.
Fancy footwork here by Bonner. Let's see if he puts on a little show for us. Bonner going up and gets to the free throw line once again. Now they're taking Pat Bacon's game plan and just attacking the inside.
Well, I think Bonner wanted to show off because Yanor had the massive dunk a couple minutes ago. He wanted to get his own flashy dunk in there before the game ended.
Interesting. We talked about how Guy hadn't been on the court in a while, hardly in the second half, if even at all. And we thought they might be saving him for this, last couple minutes here to get the defense. But I think just now with the point of Rollins just having too much of a lead and being able to score almost at will now, that they just couldn't afford to keep him on. Because, he didn't score at all. He was just there for defense.
That's the problem there. Tampa needed points, so they put in their big men that could score, like Duncan and Felder.
But that led Rollins to be able to attack the inside almost willingly.
Pick your poison. It really was, and they think they could outscore Rollins, and they were not able to in the second half.
Bacon letting the ball roll up, trying to save as much time as possible. I thought he was going to just chuck the three right there. Great job there by Duncan to get the 2 points.
That's their first point since 3:05.
Yeah, Rollins' 6-0 run over the past 3 minutes was ended. And now, as the fans clap, Rollins will move to 11-9 on the season, 5-7 in conference, and 4-6 at home.
After struggling in January, going 2 for 6 in conference, this is a great way to start the month. Did Tampa have a great record? No. But the energy that they played with and the momentum they're going to get from this game could carry them into February and possibly the tournament.
And they're going to need that with their next couple of games. Nova Southeastern coming up next. And,
But remember, in December, they beat them at Nova Southern.
They did in a fantastic one-point upset. It was a beautiful game to watch, but this Nova Southeastern team has become a different animal after that. We were looking at Tampa. Tampa lost to these guys a few weeks ago, 130-75.
They're an explosive offense. The reason why they lost.
I'm sorry, no.
I understand.
100 points, Logan.
I know.
Not just 100 points. Add 30 to that.
134 in a college basketball game in 40 minutes. That's unheard of.
It's
unheard of.
I saw that and I thought it was a typo. I was like, I thought, okay, really? But I was like, oh my Lord. They have one of the best offenses in the country. Nova Southeastern is definitely going to be the team you're going to have to beat in this conference if you want to get a title.
Well, absolutely. I 100% agree.
Now Tampa just going to chuck some up and just ill-advised three-pointers. Try to get some points, and no good there as Yanora's going to grab that defensive rebound. And Rollins takes the win here. And Coach Tom Klusman gets one win closer to tying up Coach Richard Schmidt for Tampa in all-time wins here in Division II.
Well, you know what? This is a classic Tom Klusman win. Just great basketball, great transition, being big, just going down the court, giving 110% effort.
Some final stats here for your Rollins Tars. 25 points off the bench, 30 points in the paint, 26 points off those turnovers that Tampa was forcing pretty early, getting early and often. 7 offensive rebounds, 8 fast break points, 1 pretty sexy dunk. 61 different possessions. 8 different lead changes. We just had a fantastic game here on this Saturday.
We couldn't have asked for a better game. We had some highlight plays. We had some amazing just three-pointers, great defense. Couldn't ask for a better basketball game on a Saturday.
Now a couple of personal stats here. Mckim with 18 points, 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive rebounds, 5 assists to go along with that. Marion would go ahead, get 18 points, 5 assists as well. Cluxton, 12 points. He was 5 from 6 from the floor. Riccio, 6 points. Bonner, 18. Yanor, your team leader, with 20. 3 of 8 from three-pointer. Erickson with 0. Shuey also had 0. And then, of course, Dayton Gum coming in his second game with 5 points. Now we're going to see some second half highlights right over here. Let's get into them real quick. They're coming in here. Connor Mckim with the lob pass to Brooks Cluxton, and that would get the and one and bring the Tars up by 7. Next up, Pat Bacon with the long pass and the score with Derrick Felder. Jacoby Bonner here had that long cross-court pass, which led to a three-pointer with Connor Mckim. Fantastic. Mckim was on fire from the three-point line. And up here, what a great move by Felder. Quick transition play and quick bucket. Now up here, a nice job there by Cluxton with the possession and the overhead. And Yanor, this one was so pretty there with just the compact move. And over here, Bacon versus Bonner. That's what we wanted to see. And Bonner wins that matchup, stuffing Bacon. And going up here, another dunk, and this time by Lakovic. And finally, steal from Kyle Marion leads to the Yanor dunk as he got some nice air off that. 87-74 is your final score here from Roaring Arena. Again, my name was Wyatt Wells. Joined alongside me was Logan Windsor. Our next game up for Rollins is against Nova Southeastern. And that'll be the next home game the Tars will have to face. Certainly will be a hard one, and we'll look for a great game in that one as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday and enjoy the weekend. You're here from the Tars Sports Network.